Hello friends, today we are going to learn the new topic, that is electrochemistry. Student, as you know, the electrical energy can be converted into the chemical energy and chemical energy is converted into the electrical energy. For example, when we pass a current or electricity through a solution of a copper sulfate get decomposed, copper get deposited on one electrode and oxygen get liberated in the another electrode. That means by using the electrical energy here we carry out a change, that is a chemical change. In case of a dry cell or a pencil cell, electricity is generated by means of a chemical reaction which is occurring inside the dry cell. That means we can convert electrical energy into the chemical energy and chemical energy into the electrical energy. Now, to study this type of conversion is done in the electrochemistry. The device which is used to carry out or to study these changes is called as a electrochemical cell. Now that electrochemical cell is of two types. One in which electrical energy is converted into the chemical energy. That cell is called as a electrolytic cell. The example of electrolytic cell is a voltmeter. Now that cell in which electricity is generated by means of a chemical change or a physical change is called as a galvanic cell. It is also called as a voltaic cell. The example of this is a Daniell cell. Now we are interested in the galvanic cell or the Daniell cell. Now that galvanic cell or Daniell cell is of two types. One is a reversible cell, another is a irreversible cell. Now to study this reversible and irreversible cell, we should know the three conditions. First, let us see, if you connect a galvanic cell to the external source of EMF which is having a higher EMF than that of a galvanic cell, at that time the cell reactions get reversed and current flow into the cell. Second condition, if you connect the galvanic cell to the external source of a EMF, at that time if external source of EMF is having the same EMF as that of the galvanic cell, at that time there is no any chemical reaction, there is no flow of a current from cell or into the cell. Third condition, if a cell is connected to the external source of EMF which is having a EMF lower than that of a galvanic cell, at that time the cell reactions is as it is and current flow from the cell. The cell which satisfies these three conditions is called as a reversible cell. That means a reversible cell is a cell whose cell reaction can be reversed by applying an external source with a higher EMF and current can flow into the cell. But the irreversible cell is a cell in which cell reactions cannot be reversed by applying the external EMF. The example of reversible cell is a Daniell cell and the example of irreversible cell is a dry cell. Dry cell. Now the next point is concept of electrode potential. Now according to the Nernst, it is found that the metals as well as hydrogen has a tendency, when it is placed in a solution of its ion, then the atoms on the surface of electrode or the metal get passed into the solution, leaving behind the electrons. Now this tendency of a metal is known as solution pressure of the metal. At the same time, there is another tendency that the metal ions which are present in the solution accept the electrons from the metal rod or the metal and get deposited on the metal. Now this tendency of the ions is known as osmotic pressure of the solution. That means there are two processes, that is solution pressure of metal, that is PS, and osmotic pressure of the solution, that is PO. These two are taking place simultaneously. Now when two processes are taking place simultaneously, on that basis there are three possibilities. First possibility, if solution pressure of metal, that is PS, that is the tendency to pass into the solution, is greater than the osmotic pressure of the solution, that is the tendency to get deposit on the metal. At that time, what happens? The number of ions passing from metal to the solution are more than that of the number of ions which get deposited from solution to the electrode or the metal. Now due to this, as number of ions which are moving from metal to the solution is more, which leaves behind the negative charges or the electrons, that electrode get negative charge and the solution get a positive charge. Due to that, that metal rod or the electrode acts as a negative electrode. Now this is a process in which the neutral metal atom get converted into the metal ion, leaving electron, is a process of oxidation. Now due to this oxidation, there is a formation of a electrical double layer at the junction of metal and the solution. Now due to this electrical double layer, a potential is developed on the metal rod. Now that potential is called as a electrode potential or a single electrode potential. Now this potential is due to the oxidation reaction, hence it is called as a oxidation potential. Now this arrangement in which metal rod is placed in solution of its metal ion is called as a single electrode or half cell. Now in this half cell, oxidation occurs, hence it is called as a oxidation half cell. Now the electrode at which oxidation takes place, which acts as a negative electrode, is known as the anode. Now the second possibility, if osmotic pressure of the solution is greater than the solution pressure of the metal, that means tendency of metal ions get deposited on metal electrode from solution is more than that to pass the number of metal ions from electrode to the solution. At that time, what happens? The number of metal ions from the solution takes electron from the metal rod and get deposited. That number is more, that's why that electrode get positive charge and solution get a negative charge. Due to this, the electrode is act as a positive electrode. Now this reaction is that the metal ions accept electron and get converted into the neutral metal atom. Now this is a reduction reaction. Now due to this reduction reaction, there is a formation of a electrical double layer between metal and that of the solution, which result into the formation of a potential difference. That potential is called as a electrode potential or a single electrode potential. Now that potential is developed due to the reduction reaction, hence it is called as a reduction potential. Now again this is a single electrode on in which metal is placed in the metal ion solution, hence it is a half cell, but reduction occurs, that's why it is called as a reduction half cell. Now due to this reduction reaction, the metal is acts as a positive electrode, hence it is called as a cathode. Now the third condition, in which the PS is equal to P0, that is solution pressure of metal is equal to osmotic pressure of solution. At that time there is no any charge on the metal electrode and that of the solution. That means such a electrode, it acts as a neutral electrode, hence it is known as the null electrode. Now the next point is electrochemical conventions to represent a cell. To represent a cell, we know a electrode which is having a low reduction potential and which is having a high reduction potential. The electrode which is having a low electrode potential, which acts as a negative electrode at which oxidation occurs, is written on the left hand side, whereas the electrode at which reduction occurs, which is having high reduction potential, which acts as a positive electrode, which is a cathode, is written on the right hand side. Now a metal electrode is in contact with its metal ion. A metal electrode is in contact in its metal ion. There is a single vertical line which represent a direct contact between the metal and its metal ion. Now this also represent direct contact between metal and its metal ion. Now there is a double vertical line which represent indirect contact between the two metal solutions. It represents a salt bridge or a porous partition. Now there is an arrow from left to right above the cell formula is represent a flow of electron from left to right, that is from anode to the cathode. At the same time there is an arrow from right to left below the cell formula, it represent the flow of the current. Now there is a concentration of the solution in bracket. Now here is a concentration of solution in bracket. When gas electrode is there, at that time the gas pressure is to be written in atmosphere, and for electrical contact a platinum metal is used for a electrical contact. In this way a cell is constructed by means of two half cell. One is oxidation half cell, another is a reduction half cell. Now this representation, that is A oblique A plus, is known as a couple. Now A get converted into the A plus, it is oxidation, that's why it is called as an oxidation couple, and B with that of B plus with that of B, it represent the reduction, that's why this part is called as a reduction couple. In this way we can represent a cell. Now then next point, that is the types of galvanic cells. Now the galvanic cells are divided into the two types on the basis of generation of a EMF. For example, if EMF is generated by means of a chemical change, then it is called as a chemical cell, and if electricity is generated by means of physical change, that is by means of change in the concentration of either electrode or the electrolyte, it is called as a concentration cell. Now that concentration cell is again divided into the two types. If the electricity generated by means of change in concentration of electrode, then it is called as the electrode concentration cell. If electricity generated by means of change in concentration of electrolyte, then it is called as the electrolyte concentration cell. The electrode concentration cell are of two types: amalgam concentration change and gas concentration cell. Now we are interested in the electrolyte concentration cell. Now the electrolyte concentration cell is again of two types. If the electrolyte solution are in direct contact, there is a transfer of ion from one solution into the another solution, then that electrolyte concentration cell is called as a concentration cell with transport. And if there is no direct transfer of ions from one solution into the another solution, then it is called as a concentration cell without transport. Now in this way we discuss the different type of galvanic cell. Now in the next period and next video we have to see the measurement of the EMF cell, the EMF of concentration cell with transport and without transport. At the same time we have to study the applications of EMF of a cell. Thank you.